help people get their life back through business.
We want to reach 1 million people.
Dude, I want to help hundreds.
Hundreds?
I want to help hundreds of people.
Man, we want to impact over 1,000 business owners.
Helping other people learn it faster than we did.
In life, you got goals, you got timelines, you got actions, right? And so you can call whatever timeline it is, 3 months, a year, however far out, but I want to know, where are you guys going? What's the goal? What are you going to hit?
So I'm actually looking the next 5 to 10 years, all right?
Okay.
So over the next 5-year period, what I'm looking to do is bring a whole new level of mindset and energy training to the masses. I think there's a huge opportunity right now for individuals to take back control of their life, take back control of their mindset, their energy, and it's what the world needs right now. You know, there's so much mental health issues, people struggling with things, so we've shifted and we've pivoted and we're working on some software and some applications in order to help make that happen. I actually ran an agency for 7.5 years. I also had the coaching on the side, but what I came to realize is that I would not have had success inside of my agency unless I had the mind right, unless I had the right psychology, unless I was able to get myself to take action. How many people out there that you talk to, they're like, oh, I want to do all these things, and they come in Monday morning and they're watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. And so what I found is it had such a huge development or a huge impact on my life that I wanted to go out there and start spreading that type of message. Because a decade ago, I was kind of a mess. DUIs, been arrested several times, failed universities, and if it wasn't for getting my mind right, never would have been able to have any success. We want to reach 1 million people.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Reach 1 million people. We need more people to take personal responsibility who are going to go out there and actually create impact and change by like taking control of their minds and doing good in this world, you know, and doing good. It's the only way you're going to get where you want to go.
So I have the software and the agency. The software, 1,000 users.
Cool.
The agency, autopilot. And actually, honestly, that's about all I care about, autopilot.
Okay.
You know, it's running itself, making some good income, but it can be kind of like this proof model of software as a service, Facebook ads plus HighLevel. That's the goal. When I look back to the traditional agency, which 8 years ago is when I started doing it, whenever we would get to, well, for us, about 25 to 30 customers, retainer customers, where we would run their Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff, man, it was like herding cats. It was difficult. You couldn't keep clients very long, and not because you couldn't perform for them, mostly because you couldn't support them. You couldn't communicate with them. You couldn't not remove silly mistakes like spelling errors, you know, whatever the small things were that just made you look very unprofessional. So fast forward now, 8 years afterwards, man, a lot of those mundane details are just they're not even part of the conversation anymore. You know, now we're talking more about dealing with people, helping people. So it's a game changer. It makes you, again, scaling, not even a question. It's just, what are the pieces that you got to put in place?
My recent focus has been do-it-yourself marketing workshops.
Okay.
So I have a good-sized office. I'm actually focusing on my local community right now.
Killer.
So I'm going back into all my networking events. It's funny, for so long I paused and I just had heads down, work in the business, like grinds. And then I was like, man, I haven't done anything in my community. I'm doing these national Facebook ads, trying to talk to people from all over, and I'm ignoring my community right in front of me.
Yeah.
So we're actually having our third one this Friday. So I'm inviting people in our cool office. Like, I mean, we've got like, you know, ping pong tables, like this awesome office, and we're not really doing a whole lot with it.
Yeah.
So my passion now is helping entrepreneurs understand how to do marketing for themselves.
That's awesome.
So just teaching some classes and bringing people in.
I want to spread the word of the kingdom and to kingdom coaches.
Love it.
I want to bring that business world into their world and open up their mindset that, you know, everything's possible for them.
Okay.
So I think that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's where you're going?
Bring that to them.
Talk to me about Kingdom Coaches.
Yes, so I coach Kingdom women,
Okay.
coaches, service entrepreneurs, and help them bring their business to the future. Bring it to the technology, because they're afraid of that. Let's be realistic. They see computers, they see Facebook, they think, oh my gosh, this is the devil. And you know, I want to break that shift, break that mindset, and allow them to come into your world, learn about what you do, and you realize that you're just here to help them spread their message.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so helping women with a passion, with a clear vision for purpose, who are going out there helping other people and helping them just multiply that with technology. Is that kind of right?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. You got
I love
it, Mike.
that. Okay, so if we had to say next 3 months, how many women do you want to help? How many Kingdom women do you want to help?
Next 3 months, let's say 55. Let's call that number.
55. I love it.
Yep.
This is why I love entrepreneurship. You get to create something awesome and good. The breath in your lungs actually has a positive impact and an echo of positivity in so many people. And
yes,
I see that in you. I'm stoked. Those 55 women are lucky.
You never know where you're going to end up, but probably we want to be like the top appointment setting company for agency owners and coaches. So we're probably talking about like clients. We're really niching down now to the ones we know we can serve. Probably looking at, we want to get as that first step to probably like 500 clients. Yeah.
Love it.
On recurring.
In what timeline?
In a year?
A year. Okay, love it. I love this quote. It's from the founder of Chick-fil-A. He said, if you focus on being better, people will demand that you become bigger.
Yeah.
And so I think you got the right order there, right? We're going to be the best, and then people are going to demand that we become bigger.
Yeah, you're right there. And one thing we learned like kind of late is like sign up the right client from the beginning, right? That's going to make it easier, you know that.
I have a personal mental health coach for myself.
Yep.
I'm a dad just like you. I lead a lot of people, men and women. I run a large marketing agency and a fairly large mentorship community. So I get, support from my leadership coach and mental health counselor to be a better leader. And he asked me recently, he said, like, Alex, have you ever failed at anything? And when he asked me that, I was kind of stunned. I was like, I don't know a time that I failed. But earlier this year, I set a goal, Matt. I said I wanted to speak at Traffic and Conversion. I went to Digital Marketers event in Austin in May. I blew the house away, spoke with Mark DeGrasse, thought I was going to get it, and I didn't get it. And that was the first time in business particularly that I set a goal up and did not accomplish it. It was definitely humbling, for sure. But my next goal was to make sure I speak at HighLevel. That's going to happen twice, which I'm pretty excited about. So my goal for sure, I gotta get back to it. Like I gotta speak at TNC next year. That's the goal for sure.
I've been involved with HighLevel since pretty much the beginning and started selling SaaS right off the bat, and that's gone really, really well. My daughter, who works with me, and now my son works with me too. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
And so she came along, and she's been doing all our open office hours and all of our training and everything. And she got so tired of always answering the same questions over and over again that she started building a training program for it. And
That's
that
awesome.
now has become the certification program for learning HighLevel. And that has really taken off because it's a beast.
Yeah.
It's a beast. And so learning all of it as quickly as possible is the goal. And so that's really where we're taking it, is helping other people learn it faster than we did.
Setting up goals is so important. It's the number one key to success, first of all, Matt. And no matter what you're going to do, you have to start simplifying your goals, right? You have to write them down. You have to start small and not go all big. So for our company, right, we're launching a software that is helping agencies do their onboarding, right? It's going to automate the process of getting a client, communicating with them. So, it's going to be fantastic, right? So our goal is to make sure that our client, which is the agency, understand the simplicity of the software. So that's our number one goal, right? That's where we want to go in the next month, right? The following month is all about beta testers, right? It's all about beta testers, getting people into our softwares. And then the third month is actually scaling. So that's how we're going to break it down, right? We're going to get clients that can understand the software. Then we're going to actually get beta testers so they can use it and understand what they're doing. And then we're just going to scale. It's a 3-month goal, right? So first goal is all about simplicity, making sure that it's clear. The second month, it's all about getting beta testers, so then we know that they do understand the process, right? And then the third month is about scale, and then reaching, so we're looking to get 50. 50 our third month, right? And then from there, it's just all about scaling, as many as we could get.
Our goal is a $10 million company.
Love it.
I'm expecting that we're going to get that done in 18 months.
Dude.
And actions, we're hitting up high levelers, people who are running their agencies. We're helping them make more sales easier than they ever have before. And that's generating success for us. People are just flocking to what we're doing, and they're loving what we're putting in front of them. So, yeah, it's amazing to me. We started our agency 18 months ago. And as an agency selling HighLevel, we struggled. We were really doing it tough. We bring in 12 clients in 6 months. And that was real tough. But when we flipped the script and we actually brought in a specific tool, which is a lead generation tool, we absolutely took off like a rocket. And we're saying to clients right now, it doesn't matter whether you're doing SEO or websites or automation, or it doesn't matter what you're doing. What you're actually doing for a client is you're helping them get customers. So as soon as we put that lead generator in front of them, we said, we're going to put 1,000 leads a month in your sales pipeline immediately. They're like throwing their credit card at us, right? So a little bit of build up. What's our 3-month goal? So we struggled when we were selling just high level. When we actually just started selling leads in your funnel, our entire business took off. We went from struggling to 60K MRR in like a matter of weeks. And HighLevel reached out to us and they were like, what are you doing? You're doing great. We actually talked to them about it. Next thing we know, we had somebody from the group reach out and say, man, if you white labeled that, every single person that's running HighLevel is just going to fall over themselves. So we got together. We actually had a mad hackathon, and like after that weekend, we had a white label tool.
Awesome.
And so we started releasing that out into the HighLevel group, and we brought on 450 agencies in 9 weeks.
Wow!
Right. So now that gives a little bit of backstory to my answer. My answer as a 3-month goal is we want to have 1,000 clients by Christmas.
Dude.
Right? So, and based on experience, we're thinking that we just need to keep serving the community, right? Keep delivering what we're doing, keep helping people succeed, and that should be a no-brainer.
Love it. Well, I'm stoked for you. I think that's definitely within reach.
Man, we want to impact over 1,000 business owners.
Dude,
right?
that's awesome.
We want to, just see people, I guess, come into the new year, just streamline for success, man. So I guess, hey, if that's something that we could take, we'll take it.
We got a lot of things going on, so we're making a big push this year. So in 3 months' time, I mean, we're doing a really big push this year towards getting some more clients and acquisitions and moving forward in the market. 6 months? Who knows? Who knows what happens in 6 months? But I'm hoping in a year's time we have a little bit of different situation. We have a little more stake in the legal industry because right now we're kind of being overwhelmed by like a lot of big other companies in the world in the legal space. And that's kind of where I'm thinking we're going with all the stuff that's going on. But other stuff that's going on, I mean, law firms, everything's going great for us. We also have this new venture that we're doing, Kick-Ass Legal, which we're trying to help out the GHL community with all their legal aspects and stuff that they're like kind of taking care of. I mean, because everybody in this group needs help with their contracts, help with the reviews, their intellectual property, their trademarks, everything to like make their brand integrity better. So like when they get to the exit stage, which the majority of the people in here are going to try to get to that exit stage with their SaaS, I would assume, it becomes more valuable for them when they exit.
Basically what I do, I help anyone solve any email deliverability in any system. That's my claim to fame, and that's what I do. I go super deep. I can solve any issue with email deliverability.
And how many people you want to help with the email deliverability?
Dude, I want to help hundreds.
Hundreds?
I want to help hundreds of people.
Okay.
So already just this year, I've helped about 25 people within the past 2 months.
Awesome.
Solve this problem, and it's a big deal. Learning to scale is the next hurdle for me.
Yeah.
So building my team up, getting the educational front out. The next phase, though, is to teach folks how to actually do it on their own.
Sure.
So be on the lookout for my email deliverability course.
I'm going to call your shot for you. 200 folks are going to help with email deliverability over the next year.
Let's do it.
You can do more than that, but I feel like, is that okay? Is that a fair stretch?
That's fair.
Okay, 200 folks.
I want to exit. I want to exit a few. I do have 3 SaaSes right now.
Okay.
My plan is to exit my largest one that I'm growing. Simply to take those funds and build something new. I'm always a person that's always creating. I have to be creating something new.
Yeah.
And so I usually don't keep a company too long.
Yeah.
I'll keep it, build it up, enjoy it, and then I'll get bored. Right? And so what I plan to do is exit some, rebuild, release my creative mind, and develop something else. So that's
awesome.
Always in my plans to exit.
What are you doing now to make sure that like that exit is actually a possibility?
Systems and operations. You got to have infrastructure, or else no one will want to buy it.
Cool.
And you help with that tremendously. I was going to say, like, that's a big part of it. Just having something in place that you can hand off. Right? If a company's looking to buy, they're not going to buy anything that's a mess in the back end.
Yeah,
right?
they don't want to buy a headache.
No, they need people in the right positions. They need all the systems and operations laid out in front of them, so that way they can just come in and be good to go.
Cool.
So it's just like setting up the proper, stability and operations behind the companies.
Okay, working on systems. Is there a timeline on that? Are you like as soon as possible? And is this like a year? Okay, cool.
Yeah, for one of them. Yeah, within a year. We'll see with the other ones.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
but now let's build another one though.
On a personal level, I just like to like make business decisions that are true to myself. So I heard yesterday Charlie Munger says, don't sell anything you wouldn't buy yourself. And I think when everybody's coming up, like you sort of just, you sell what you're taught to sell, or you sell what you think will sell. But the more integrity you can have in those decisions and like building a product that you're truly proud of, your conviction goes way up, and then also your sales are obviously going to go way up, and your results are going to go way up. So that's the focus for the next year for me.
Call my shot. Right now at Seven-Figure Agency, we're going to $10 million per year over the next 5 years.
Okay, $10 million per year. And so what are the actions that you're taking today that are going to make that happen?
A lot of actions. Running promotional events, publishing books. We're trying to create new content on how to land clients, how to deliver world-class results, how to retain your clients at the highest level possible. Putting that into live event experiences where you can actually implement and get it done, and then just helping agencies grow and scale to the next level.
What about this year? What are you trying to finish for this year?
This year, the goal would be to end at 3.5 million.
Okay, cool. Man, that's phenomenal. Okay, so is there any non-monetary goals that are kind of going along the way?
Big time. So the 5-year goal is to have 500 agencies at 7 figures or beyond. Like our big mission is to help 500 agencies go to 7 figures over the next 5 years, so that they can have more money, have more freedom, and have a bigger impact in their life.
Okay, love it. And so that you answered it, and I love it. It was the why.
Yep.
And so that's the why for them, which I love, is like more money, more freedom, more time to spend time on the things that matter most. Yep. What has been your experience with that?
So, the why for me?
Yeah.
The why for me is, obviously, I create an additional stream of profitable income.
Sure.
And I'm passionate about it, right? At this point, I've got a lot of abundance, more than I probably ever imagined in my life. And so helping other people experience that and seeing people go from struggle to the place where they've got the financial resources and the time to do what they really want to do really lights me up. It makes me feel like I'm having an impact in what I'm doing in my life.
Well, obviously, you have to measure what is success to you before you know where you're going.
Yep.
For me, I love building teams. I love building other companies. And so my whole purpose right now is redefining, this whole conference has been about, we've got SaaS, we got affiliate models, we got all these different things, right? And my goal is to help define for other agencies, what are they actually trying to accomplish? Because most of them don't know yet. They're just jumping in to go high level, trying to figure out what this system even does, and they don't even know where they want to take it, let alone how are they going to take their clients to a place that makes them money. And so, for me, my whole model is I want to help agencies help their clients be more clear as to where they want their agency to take them so the agency makes more money.
So a year from now, if we're back here talking again, what is the thing you're like, man, I want to see this accomplished?
I want to make sure that I'm not spinning my wheels for another 3 months trying to figure out whether this is the right move. I want to jump faster into, again, recognizing on my own, if I go pick up 10 clients this month, are at least 7 of those clients people that fit the ICA that I had a month ago. And I want to be faster at recognizing, am I going down the wrong path with the wrong clients?
Sure.
Because you and I both know that working with the wrong clients wastes more of our time than working with the right clients that we actually want to spend time with.
Oh, yeah.
And so if we can help each other identify, dude, that's totally the wrong client for you, then stop. Just stop right there. Don't take their money anymore. Don't do anything for them. Focus your time on the ones that you actually love to work with, like to spend time with, and you know you can help them.
We're about doubling our size this year from where it was on MRR. We got a lot going on. So we are an agency that services end-user clients. And so we have a 10-year plan that we're building, and then we're stepping it all the way back down. But we are all in on this. I found HighLevel. I brought it with me to the agency as a customer, saying, hey, can you make this work for me? And so now we are in the process. My financial partner and I are investing literally hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. And we're building an agency, we're building a team, both near shore and in the States, in investing a lot in things I had no idea a year ago I was going to be doing. But we have a very stupidly aggressive goal that we're going to target over the next year, next 3 years, 5 years. You know how the planning goes. But it's at least a 10-year window right now that we're looking at. We have multiple brands in the hopper, multiple different verticals, whether it be direct services or doing SaaS. So yeah, we're 1,000% all in. If the last guy hadn't grabbed the mic in there, I was going to tell Sean, hey, there's already people doing this that are really jumping in with both feet. And we're kind of following and watching guys like you.
So what I'm doing is I have been in the insurance and financial services business for 20 years about. And after I met you guys and the team, I figured since I've been marketing myself for that period of time, it's time to go public. And it's time to start sharing what I know for everybody else. So that's what I did. So I joined up with your folks, a couple other people here, put a team together, and now we have digital marketing going on, we have some social media going on, and now we're serving primarily the dadpreneur marketplace. So dads who have businesses, if it's a mom who has a business, so it's the people who struggle with wearing multiple hats inside their business and then looking over and seeing their kids sitting there saying, oh, mommy and daddy's working all the time. Well, now you got to get that balance together because that's the most important thing. That's what we're working for is the kids. So over the next 3, 6, 9 months, I'm going to finalize getting some more clients into the core course and help people get their life back through business.
1 year to 100K a month.
Love it.
Yeah, from now. We're getting there.
Sure.
Getting there, but we got to get big.
I always like to ask why.
You know, I look at it, and I have this written on my wall at the office, and my purpose and my mission is really to allow, I don't know if you ever read MJ DeMarco's book, Millionaire Fastlane, but he talks about that unscripted lifestyle, to have full-time freedom and be able to do kind of whatever you want to do with your life. And my goal is to allow, obviously, me and my family to have that liberty, but for also my employees and my customers.
So actions that you're doing right now or planning to do to ensure you get there?
Here, right? I didn't want to go to Dallas.
Showing
I
up.
would much rather stay at home. It would have been great staying home. But I had to get out here, have to get uncomfortable and learn from people that are doing it already, because we live in a kind of an amazing time where like you can just learn. The access is, the information is here. It's just about, are you going to do something with it? So I've got a question for you.
Okay, quest away.
Okay, run your rank playbook, right? It's working well. It's a great first offer for a local business. They love it. They get results from it. And then I'm like, how do we transition from that to SaaS mode?
To pure SaaS.
Yeah.
Well,
Or it, SaaS and
Sure.
ranking, right?
So for us, that happens after the 30 days.
Yeah.
So literally the handoff is that you're in the driver's seat.
Okay.
So that's what we do. So we run it for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then we say sign on for a year, and you get to drive it yourself.
Okay.
So that's for us. That's how we make that handoff. So we attract them into the service, and then we kind of pull back the curtain of like, well, it was a software-driven service, and you now have full access to the software.
Okay. So I'm definitely effing that up a little bit, but yeah, I got to fix that.
In 3 years, I've got a $5 million agency that's servicing 100 clients and across 5 industries.
Love it. Dude, this is epic. Okay, so in that kind of a thing, what are you doing today to make that a reality?
So today I'm focusing on franchises. Franchising is in my background, and it was an easy entry point for me. So I work with new franchise brands to help them as they grow.
How did you get into that?
I owned a local franchise in Charlotte, North Carolina, and after I exited that, I took the money and started my own marketing agency because franchising marketing is kind of broken. And so now I help franchises do better.
That's awesome. And so if someone was, well, you're actually a user of HighLevel Pro Tool. So if someone was, whatever, they stumbled on us, they saw us, there's so many people out there, what would you tell them about HighLevel Pro Tools?
HighLevel Pro Tools will make an immediate difference for you in your ability to hit the ground running. Things that I hadn't even thought of using HighLevel, they were ahead of the game and just really got us from 0 to about 30 in a few weeks. So.
Dude, that's awesome.
Absolutely recommend it.
One of my big goals right now is to turn my $1 million a month passive income stream that comes in. It's a soft passive, meaning it could be argued that it's residual to passive income off of hard assets like multifamily.
Okay.
And so that's where I'm investing my time learning. I have zero skills there, but I'm seeking the best to be the best. So I'm finding the people that I can learn from, and just trying to have sustainability, long-term, growth. I'm currently doing $1 million a month.
Currently doing $1 million.
Yeah. So I've been doing $1 million a month between me and my partner.
Okay.
And that's somewhat passive.
Sure.
I don't have to work every day for it.
Yeah.
But it could go away.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to invest that into hard assets, preferably multifamily.
Sure.
So that it's there's more longevity.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So really just based upon there's people who try to make it and there's people who try to keep it, right? And so that if you were asking me my shot, that's my shot to myself.
So is there a number that? So it's funny because I've had a similar progression, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
if you make a lot digitally, you're like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah.
But I want to not only do I want to diversify, I want to feel like, there's a piece of it where like, digital changes so quickly that you're like, this is not what I'm going to be making money from 30 years from now. I'll be very surprised, right? If the same kind of tactics and strategies you do persist that far. But you can find other things like multifamily. You're talking about real estate where you're like, you know what? I actually am confident that if I was making money all in real estate right now or multifamily, that still would exist 30 years from now. So yeah, that progression or that movement, evolution from mostly digital to then taking it to kind of like a physical real estate.
Yeah, so for me, like, when I got started in online, I think it was 2005 or 6, I bought a course and I did a little guess in it. It was a $1 million napkin from Ryan Dice.
Okay.
And, I did everything he said, and over the weekend it grew to $30,000 a month, literally over a weekend. And then you fast forward to in 2015, I bought downpayment.com. Grew it to $500,000 a month in MRR in 90 days, 77,000 Alexa score. But all of those promotions weren't real businesses, right? Because there wasn't sustainability, just like with downpayment.org, you got federal, state, municipal grants that are good for home buyers that are no longer good, after, the cheese moved.
Yep.
Right? And it's happened right now with real estate agents right now. The cheese has moved. And so understanding that it's, how do you leverage your current platform and have sustainability long term so that you're never in a situation. It's hard to dream when you're trying to survive, right?
So true.
A lot of people when they're getting started online, they need it to work. And I never liked being in a situation where I had to have something work because I felt greatness happened in space where I could have the freedom and flexibility to only look for the thing that was looking for me and not hop on something for the short, like just because I connected, run to first base.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to say no to a few things. And I think having those other income streams allow you to call your shot. Just like Steve Jobs said, in our lifetime, we only have time to do 3 great things. That's what he said, so he did Apple, Pixar, and before he got sick, he was looking for his next thing. So when looking back over the shots that I've called, I've realized that if you call the wrong shot, it could suck 3 years of your life. You don't even know it's the wrong shot until it's the wrong shot. And so the question is what is the framework for making a decision that has a cause and effect relationship on knowing whether the shot is the right shot? And I think it's that verse. You start backwards with the Dan Sullivan question and say, his only question, if looking back over this decision 3 years from now, what things would have to be true in order to know that this was the right shot? And so it's beginning with the end and saying, okay, well, for me, it would have to be passive. It would have to be a hard asset. It'd have to be this. And then that's now having standards versus I think it's being more living your life more by strategy than transactionally.